Okay guys and gals, this is Meg again in the kitchen. Welcome to Cooking with Min and Meg, and today we're going down with another fish dish. Yeah guys, another fish dish. On my counter here I have a couple of things that I want to use, and you're gonna need, even if I don't use the onion, but I'll be using it. In here we have some red pepper, we have some garlic, we have some lemon, and we have some dill here, and we have some butter, and as usual we have the basic things that we'll be needing. And as we go, you guys will see what we're doing, and there's gonna be no need to actually name everything that we're doing. Hopefully you guys can follow as we, if not then we'll try our best to put the ingredients on the screen, and you guys can just pick them up from there and just incorporate and cook. And don't be afraid to add other things that you like and would like to use in your cooking. That's totally fine with us. We're just giving you the base, and you can pick up after us and add what makes it you. Okay, don't be afraid to adapt. So let's go guys. Fish. Okay, so we have the fish here. Maybe we won't use the whole thing, who knows, we'll see where we go with that one. So that's the fish. I always love to put my fish in some salted vinegar water just to get it clean and everything. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing now. And we're just going to use the everyday table salt, and this is just the regular table salt that we'll be using. We're going to be using that much salt. Vinegar is just 5% acidity. We're just going to pour 2 teaspoons in, and we're going to let that sit on the fish for a split second, and then we're going to pour some water in. We're just going to whisk this around to make sure this fish is properly cleansed. And with the COVID, so many COVID this and COVID that out there, you want to make sure everything that you do is properly washed and clean at all times before you actually cook or do anything. Because so many people handle these things, and with that COVID-19 craziness out there, you don't want to get sick. Now that the fish is cleansed and ready to be prepared, I want to make sure there's no scale left on, even though we bought it at the shop fully scaled, but sometimes you never know what's left behind, and that's what we're checking for. Any kind of scale and anything that needs to be trimmed, you want to do that now before you actually start cooking. And it looks good, so it appears we're ready to go. And the real intent in cooking any fish, because it's so delicate, you want to make sure at all times it's dried before you do anything, unless you're steaming it, of course. But anything to do with like sear or fried or anything of the sort, I always like to dry my fish and make sure it is clean and dried and fresh. I'm just going to use some pink salt. And again, after salt, as usual, comes pepper. That's a base for all our cooking. And we're going to be generous with this peppercorn here. As usual, I love to massage in my ingredients and make sure this sits for a few seconds before I take it to the stove. And because we want to make sure we have enough peppercorn onto this fish, which I really love to do. I like to taste that coarse peppercorn on my fish, and that's exactly what this one is called for. Okay guys, so now that the 5 minutes is over, we are getting ready to go to the stove. But before we do so, I'm going to use some of this table blend, salt-free. Just so love this, guys. It makes your dishes so tasty. It just gives some flavor to your dish, and there's no salt added. So I'm just going to put some of that on also. Okay, and I guess we're ready for the stove. Okay guys, and to accompany this fish, I'm going to start to do some grilled shrimp to go along with this bit of fish. And so on the counter here we have our shrimp. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to remove our herb into some water, and we're going to use that to garnish. A couple of leaves to sort of grill the shrimp, and then we're going to use the rest to garnish. Okay, so let's go. And since we have our dill also that we're going to use on the fish, we're going to move that also into some fresh water. So now our herbs are going to be put in the refrigerator to keep fresh until we are ready. Okay guys, so these shrimp are already deveined, so we're just going to go ahead and take off the shell. We want to be careful to leave the tails on, because we're going to be grilling it, so I always like to keep the tail on to those shrimp whenever, and I want to make sure that all the veins are taken out, so I always like to go a minute down to the tail and to remove the residue of vein that's there. And you can still see that the tail is still intact, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the same for this one here. And these are just, usually you know me, I love to wash everything, so I'm just going to wash these for a split second in some water. With this COVID craziness out there, it's just like I can't be too careful. Yeah, so I'm just going to swirl this around for a minute or two to wash them. Put them for a split second, and then they're done. Then again guys, the same concept as with cooking all of my seafood and grilling. I just like to take the excessive water off, make sure I have a clean palette to work with, and we're just going to dry these, remove the water, and since we're going to be grilling them, we're just going to take the water off and have a clean palette to work with. And again guys, with me, nothing like Old Bay seafood seasoning, and that's a dry seasoning. Gives the food such great taste. So since I'm going to grill these, I'm just going to put the Old Bay on this and the pepper, and I'm going to use some sea salt, which is a little bit stronger, and this will penetrate those shrimp and make them taste so good. And I'm going to put some, these are some nice dry flakes, seasoning, natural seasoning. I'm just going to put a few pieces on. We're just going to let that sit for a few seconds. We're going to put these shrimp aside, so we're going to just let them rest right there in the napkin just in case. Okay guys, for this dish we're going to need some onions and we're going to need some garlic to start the process, because we're going to be doing a kind of lemon butter sauce to go with this here dish. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and chop some garlic and some onion. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and chop the garlic. Now that the garlic and the onions are done, we're going to get a saucepan ready and we're going to boil those until they're tender, and then we're going to strain that to begin the garlic. So in here we're just going to pour in some water, and this is just half cup of water. Okay, while that's going, we're going to put in the we're just going to let that boil until it's tender, and once it's reduced to half a cup of water, then we're going to strain it. Okay. So that's just about done. Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and strain this, run this through the strainer, and that will be the base for the butter sauce. Okay. Okay guys, so now we're going to do that butter sauce and put it aside, and so we're just going to open this Country Crock Fresh Taste butter, and we're just going to take out one portion of this batter to start both the fish and the sauce. Okay, so I'm just going to go in, take out that much. We're going to do the same. Okay, the grill for the shrimp, we're just going to brush on some oil. So we're just going to pour some oil, and we're just going to brush that so the shrimp do not stick on. Okay, and in the other pot for the fish, I'm just going to pour just a tad bit of oil. I'm going to mix that with some butter. And now I change my spatula to just plain metal, and we're going to put the shrimp on. And we're just going to grill these for approximately 4 minutes. we're just going to go ahead and put our fish in. Okay. While that's going, the shrimp are done, and we're going to move them from the grill, and we're going to put them here. So those shrimp are done. We're going to put them aside. Back to the fish. One side is fully seared, and that's about 3 minutes. So we're going to go to the other side. Okay guys, so halfway in. Now we're going to put some butter, because now that we are fully seared, we're going to put some butter in. Okay guys, so now that the butter is in, I'm just going to make sure that this is covered in that beautiful butter. Just going to give it that pretty, very pretty kind of and at this point I turn off my heat, the fire, and so it's just sitting there, and I'm just going to finish cooking that for the next minute or two in that butter, and it's just going to make sure it's tender and cook on the outside and on the inside also. Okay guys, this fish is totally ready, and I'm just going to remove that. Okay, so that's done, totally done. So we're going to move ahead with the butter sauce. Okay, with the pot back on the stove, we're ready to begin the butter sauce. The liquid that we strained, we're going to strain it one more time. Okay, and while that is going, I'm going to go ahead and put in 1 piece of butter. Okay, and we are going to stir this, move it from the flame and just stir it and whisk it. Stir, and you're going to make sure this is melted, and then once it is melted, from the medium flame, we're going to whisk it. It stays on too long and become oily. All you really need to do, put some more water and just whisk, and it will come back to its original state. With that butter sauce done, we're just going to put in a few flakes of parsley. Okay, that completes it. And then we're going to put some lemon in, and we're done. Okay guys, what do we know? The butter sauce is ready to be poured over this here. Oh my goodness. That looks so delicious, guys. Yum, 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 yum. This is just too yummy, guys. hoping you guys can see what we're doing here, guys. This is unbelievable, beautiful. That is the dish right there, guys. We are done. We are done. This is just too cute. Yeah, guys, so we're done. We're done. We're done. That is the dish right there, guys. This is just too cute. This is a connoisseur kind of dish. This is ready to be eaten, guys, and we are done. And you can see how the shrimp just complement this dish, even though it's not the dish, but it makes it look so beautiful. And so yeah, this is done, guys. What we want you guys to do, to go out there and try this here dish. As usual, we are challenging you to go out and try this here dish. And if you try it and it comes out delicious, even if it doesn't come out the way I have it there, I still want to hear. It's through our trials and errors. Yeah, it's through our trials and errors that we learn to do things. So maybe the first time it doesn't come out this way, maybe the second time it does not. But who knows, the third time it might just be the dish. And so, as usual, we're asking you guys to remember to check back here. Swing back always, because there's always something on the upload for you guys to learn from. And we make these dishes educational in that everybody can come around and learn these dishes, and you can always share it with your friends and family, okay? Share it with friends and family. Cook up a meal and invite friends over and show them what you can do. So that's our whole intention, for you guys to go away with something each time you come by. And so on behalf of my sister Min, I just want to say thank you. It is by standing around and watching her cook that I learned to cook also. I watch her cook and I would always be so inspired every Friday afternoon as she prepares her meal, as she prepares meals for Sabbath. And that's how I learned to cook. I usually enjoy her dishes. They were always so good, very good. And I really do enjoy them. And I'm just putting some of that table blend on. So delicious, guys. When you put that in your meal, it tastes so good. And I learned so much from her. And I knew that I would have come up and learned to cook. I would have grown up and learned to do something. We're not really real cooks. We're just trying. This is the first time I'm trying this. I saw the picture somewhere and I said I'm going to recreate it. And yeah, I just knew what they had in this dish, and I just know I could recreate it, and it comes out beautifully. So guys, yeah, this is the dish. So again, I just want to say thank you for stopping by. On your way out, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, comment and rate these videos, and we'll definitely be back. I think we have a breakfast coming up tomorrow morning, so we want you guys to stop by, swing by, and let's cook again. This is the first time and it comes out so beautiful, and I think it's good. Yours is going to come out even more beautiful than mine. So we want you guys to come back here and let us know how yours came out, okay? So until we see you guys again, on behalf of my sister Min, ciao, la bello, tata, walk good, au revoir, be safe, be healthy. See you again on the next upload. Please subscribe. All the best. Tata. Bye-bye.